Hi, everyone. Captain Troy Handsome of International Rescue here with Brailiff and Coffee Lich. How are you both doing today?
Doing great.
You know it.
Cool, cool. Well, happy Wednesday, or I guess Thursday now. Uh, my day doesn't,
True.
my Thursday doesn't start till I go to sleep, so to me it's still Wednesday. It's like Wednesday plus.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, cool. Glad we're on the same
You
page.
did.
Yes. Okay. Glad we're friends. All right. Well, we're on episode 18 of Dungeon of the Rad Rage, Sad Sage, Mad Mage. I'll guess let's see what happened last time. Looks like there was a giant boulder that I triggered because of my hubris. Let me reveal the map. It rolled down and almost crushed us. But thankfully, thanks to Brailiff's character Daffodil Silly Pickles, I was able to move at superhuman speeds and escape the boulder. It was the latest thing that happened.
Yeah, before that, you guys found two bugbears who were scrounging for food, and you mauled them in cold blood.
Cold blood.
Then you guys found a sarcophagus up here that was that you guys tried to investigate for a while before realizing it was all just a clever facade to throw you off and waste your time, and you fell for it hook, line, and sinker. It's always entertaining. Always entertaining when the game includes little middle fingers to the players. Like, oh, you wanted to play the game? Idiot.
Yeah, how dare you assume this? Haha, joke's on you.
It's entertaining for me though, just because it's like, yeah, because it was done because in the universe, yeah, there were grave robbers and they were trying to like fuck with people for being grave robbers. An entertaining little thing.
Did we level up? Was it the end of last session that we leveled up? Or was it?
No, it was supposed to be at the beginning of last session.
Strange. Well, I'll go ahead and message you the new spell that I picked up since I'm level 8. And as an Eldritch Knight, I get to know an additional spell. And I'm pretty sure I looked through some old notes. I looked at one that said Dolce Wishlist Jan, as in January, and this is apparently what I wanted at level 8, so why argue with past self, right?
Nice. Yeah, as a recap, these guys are supposed to be level 8, and evidently Lightning forgot that.
I'm sorry.
Alright, well, from here, you guys have a couple options. You could either continue exploring off to the east, or you could continue back up the sloped path over here to the west and see what's over this way.
All right.
Maybe that rock was guarding something cool.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Where there's danger, there's treasure. Yeah.
That's true 100% of the time.
Let's go that way. All right, Dolce will hop down from that table and make her way down and around. Right, because she has a corporeal form that is unable to pass through walls. Must be nice.
I cheated though, because Blockhead can't move through walls. So.
Yet. No, just kidding. I assume Blockhead doesn't gain the ability to go through walls.
He does not.
Thank God.
Though I think eventually I do get the ability to not be tethered to him, so I can go wherever I want. But I mean, it's still a good idea to keep him with us.
All right, could I ask you, as you have the higher passive perception, to take the lead down this particular corner? That it looks like it's just going to loop around. Where I assume I'm going to predict this right now. We're 6 minutes and 14 seconds into the stream. Another rock will appear from that bottom side and then roll to try to attack us. Let's see if I'm right.
Give me one sec. I've actually got to reload my game. It's bugging out in a weird way that thinks I'm just like constantly holding down the mouse.
Okay. Oh, roll 20.
Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but roll 20 if you're listening. Please sponsor us. uh, I'm not immune to what's the word? What is this called? Shilling?
Yep.
Yeah, it gives me time to take my allergy medicine because I had dairy today.
Nice.
Yeah, I try to avoid cheese where I can, but I cannot refuse chocolate, so.
I got gummy worms.
Ooh, I also. Wait, no, it's at work. I thought I had gummy worms. I do not. I've been watching Brutal Moose review 43 Halloween candies and rank them in order. And right now, his number 2 or number 3. His number 2, it's the Trolley Gummy Worms. Halloween candies. Almost done with the vid.
These are gummy on the top and then like a softer thing on the bottom, which isn't
Oh, I haven't had those in ages. Wow, that's neat.
not a drastic change, but like it's good.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
What the hell room is this? I read it all out, but
So I keep getting distracted because on my bigger monitor, I've got OBS, I've got Twitch, but on the right half of the screen, I have our Discord group chat put up, and then very prominently featured is Braylif's last post, including that second picture, which is just staring at me in all sorts of ways. Right, looks like a thicker hallway, or perhaps it's a smaller room. I'll take the lead at least for this portion and step right here. And if there's no immediate
Alright.
danger, we'll step forward a little bit more.
okay.
Oh, hello there.
I'm just gonna quickly, one sec. Just gonna
Don't know, our followers fell behind.
shut up.
Ooh, eerie strangers.
As you enter, sorry. You enter into this room just as you see two figures leaving. You have just enough time. To catch a couple key features. A tall, seemingly young woman with long red hair in an elegant black dress, and a human man with a fairly scruffy beard in his mid-30s, walking just a couple of steps behind her. Paying you no mind, the two of them disappear down this hallway.
Quick question. Does this look like the red-headed woman from the very beginning of our campaign that Dolce witnessed going down into the depths of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage?
You know, as a matter of fact, kind of does.
It does. Dolce will stride forward to chase after them, paying no attention to what dangers may befall her as she enters and tries to pass through this room.
This
As
is
you,
part of that like initial adventuring party we saw jump down, right?
yep. As you clear through the room, paying no attention to your surroundings, you face down this hallway, and where you would have expected to see them, you instead see a cloud of red mist.
Oh god, they fucking exploded.
Into fine red mist of blood.
It does have that coloration.
They will be missed. That was bad.
Incredible.
Okay, look. Okay. I know what you're all gonna be thinking. Let me apologize beforehand. Dolce will step forward and attempt to inhale the mist.
Fuck yeah, it's gonna turn into a vampire right here.
Yeah, this is how you become a vampire, right? Dolce and I've always wanted to become a vampire, so.
Well, only one way to find out what'll happen.
Oh
So
yeah.
you're stepping forward and you're inhaling the red mist. Huh?
Yes, I'm gonna take a big like. Ah.
Can you roll me a Constitution save?
Okay.
For what?
Surprise Pikachu face over here. Okay. 16.
I was hoping you would roll low.
You know what? I'm sure Coffee Lich was also.
Okay, thank you. So anything else? So you're obviously not able to inhale the entire cloud. Not with a
No!
single
Yeah,
not
that's
with a
fair.
single breath
That's
anyway.
fair.
But interestingly enough, you do actually put a sizable dent into at least this size of it. This side.
Ooh. I will continue to sniff. I'll do it one more time.
I hate that you phrased it like that, but sure, go ahead.
It wasn't on purpose. Do I make another con save?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Let's go 14
Okay.
this time.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. You are able to inhale, at this point, the majority of the cloud. It's little stray particles that seem to be it looks like they are slowly falling to the floor, but as your eye tracks them down, they just seem to disappear into the air itself.
Okay. Dolce, she moves as she like, it's not like a jerk, but she looks like she was about to, for a brief second, to the trained eye that we all have here, she was gonna like dip down to the ground to attempt to inhale the rest before it disappeared. But you get the sense that perhaps she heard something in her mind that gave her pause, and she changed her mind about what's the word, degrading herself like that.
Denigration.
So yeah, I was like thinking, is that the correct word? I'll pass. Perhaps it's incorrect. The fact you brought it up, okay, cool. That's the word I was going for. Yes. So instead of doing that, she kind of like pulls on her lapels. She like brushes her shoulder off, and she's like, wow, they must have gone around the corner. Let's chase after them, and she will move forward, or she'll attempt to do so at least.
Okay. You do not see anything indicating their presence.
Dolce will.
No mist, no footsteps follow in, nothing currently.
So Dolce will keep sniffing, just like a dog, but she'll turn the
Mhm.
corner again.
Okay. Still no evidence of your quarry.
Okay. She would like to somersault over 15 feet to her left.
Okay. Would you mind rolling me a Corsary acrobatics?
Sure, of course. I love the way they phrased it. Okay.
Okay. Congratulations, you're able to somersault just fine.
Thank you.
You do not see anything indicating their presence. You only see a lid of a stone sarcophagus resting upon two misshapen blocks of wood, seemingly creating something of a makeshift desk.
Oh, interesting. Country girls make do, after all.
How in the hell is that relevant here?
Well, you said
What
makeshift desk. I'm sorry, it really doesn't have to do with anything. I'm just being silly. Dolce will kneel onto the ground in a dejected pose.
Tonight. Behind the desk is also a high-backed chair made of charred wood that has one of its armrests missing.
Ooh,
Awesome. it was never there to begin with. What with the whole everything here seems to be like handmade by someone who doesn't know how to make things by hand.
So Dolce looks like she wants to sit in the chair. Both she and I have this desire where, the last chair we sat in, sure, things went really, really south, but surely this chair will not disrespect us like that last chair did. So she's going to gaze at the chair.
Historically, sitting in chairs has gone well.
How do you spell Deleche again?
Let me see. I have to write it all out at once so I can, it's like a space in between. It's like 2 words. DE space LECHE.
And the actual dessert is pronounced what? Dulce de leche?
Yeah, it's dulce de leche, which, as for the longest time I thought it was pronounced dulce de leche, kind of like dulce. If it fits, it's de leche. Nice, I love it.
Dulce de leche.
So yeah, dulce is Spanish. Dolce is Italian, which is why it's got that ch sound in it as opposed to this sound of how her name is supposed to be pronounced. Yeah, but for the longest time I pronounced it dulce de leche because I didn't know any better.
From my understanding of Italian, the U is only ever like said with a hard U sound. So rather than being like dolce, it would be dulce specifically.
Oh my god.
But I am trying to call language in my defense.
Yeah, no. You're fine. I'm just like upset that I've probably been pronouncing it incorrectly again, as opposed to I thought I had it right this time.
Speaking of thinking you had it right, I met an Italian person at my hotel the other day who was super excited when I said a single word in Italian, and she was like, "You speak Italian?" And I said a little bit in Italian.
Yeah.
And then I attempted to say, "I'm still learning" in Italian, and she had no idea what the fuck I said.
No.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm still learning." And then she said it correctly, and then she's like, "Oh, it's this." And then she said it, and I was like, "I thought I had an understanding of how to say this and why it meant and why it worked. And now I know the correct way to say it, but I have no idea why it walks like that now." I'm like, great. I have learned one thing and unlearned another. Fantastic. Net zero information. Amazing. Never saw her again.
Yeah, that's fair.
How it goes. I met a different guest a while ago that was like super excited to learn that I was learning learning Italian.
Mhm.
I didn't learn anything new from her, but I did exchange like my name is blank in Italian, which was fun.
Nice. That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how language brings us together like that. I, of course, would get very excited if I found out someone was learning. Despite the fact I can't speak much of the Filipino language, I just get very excited whenever someone either says they're like officially, formally learning it, as opposed to what I usually get, which is like, so in order, the thing from like, we'll go third. So third, most likely, someone's like, "Oh, I know how to, I'm learning it." That's cool. The second most common thing I get is like, "Oh, I know how to say I love you," and they'll say it, and that's really cute. And then the number one thing people normally tell me when they find out that I'm Filipino, or that when they want to tell me, "Oh, I know some Filipino," and then they'll say "fuck you" in Filipino. I'm like, that's great. Fuck you too.
Incredible.
I'm half expecting Braille to be like, so how do you say that? Just out of curiosity, but perhaps
I'm
another
here.
Oh yeah, I'll say it after stream or something. I don't know. Hold on, I have to remember now. Hold on, what is it?
You just don't want people spamming it in chat.
Yes, that's right. See, twitch.tv will get you if you try to do anything else except subscribe. I don't know.
Couldn't even say it. You couldn't even fully say it.
What, the subscribe or the fuck you in Filipino?
You couldn't even say the subscribe thing. You just like started laughing and then just stopped.
I think I finished it, but the mic didn't pick it up. Yeah, that's my excuse. I mean, my reason. Yeah.
Incredible.
Okay. Dolce will actually she'd like to investigate the makeshift desk, see if there's any secret drawers or panels that can be lifted, or gum under the table, which is disgusting, or like where people have scratched in their names, like I know JB and uh, ABC.
Okay. Thankfully, you do not find any gum.
Ew.
You do find a makeshift carving under there, that might have been left by a previous adventurer, maybe one savvy enough to not set off the boulder trap. Uh, it just says CC plus CC in a halt.
I
You
haven't
cannot
used.
begin to guess what the initials mean, but it sure is there.
Count Chocula and
Count Chocula and his reflection.
oh, true, proving he's not a real vampire.
It's just a mirror that doesn't have a silver backing, is all.
Ah, good point. All right, this chair. I'd also like to investigate the chair without sitting in it, seeing also if perhaps there's like a panel underneath, gum underneath. If one of the armrests can be removed, the remaining armrest, or the single armrest, if that can be like adjusted or toggled or moved around or pulled or something.
Well, the easy answer is that everything about this chair can be fairly easily removed. It does not seem especially structurally sound.
That's true. That's fair.
There does not appear to be a panel underneath. There also does not appear to be room for any traps in it, as it is made of fairly thin wood that seems to be barely holding on.
Okay. You know what?
But theoretically, it should potentially be strong enough to hold someone because they made it into a chair. So, it's gotta have at least some structural stability, but it does not appear to be thick enough to house traps or mechanisms.
Okay.
At least not magical ones.
So I don't trust like that, so I will not be sitting in this chair. But I appreciate
Yeah.
the thorough and detail. I, I had half a mind to. I was about to order Dolce to like sit in the chair. She's like, shut up.
Beware the goadings of your DM.
I am easily goaded.
If your DM calls you a coward for not doing something, that's generally an indication that you might not want to do it.
Good to know.
Now, if I'm doing that, however, it's totally fine, and you should always do what I say that you're a coward for not doing. Because I would never mislead you like that. Because you're my friend and I love you.
Oh, thank you. You're my friend too.
Oh. Anyway, so, since you guys are hanging out in the room now, let me go over some other information about other stuff here.
Let's go.
Beyond the desk and chair, there are also dusty books crammed into niches.
Both.
I don't know how you pronounce that with regards to the walls.
I think
don't
it's
know.
both, actually.
Niches in the south wall specifically. There are similar niches in the other walls. Let's see. That contain tall alabaster funerary urns. It's the most anti-me word I've ever seen. Covered with dust and cobwebs. All together, there are 17 of them.
17 dead people, or one dead person they've split up 17 ways into each of these alabaster funerary urns.
Which is either a mark of high privilege and status, or one last fuck you to that guy.
Or maybe he just died in a really gruesome way, and this is the most efficient way to.
I feel like burying someone in a single funerary urn is not limited by how many parts the person was split into upon demise.
It's just shreds, you say.
He was torn apart so much that the ashes of his corpse like just repel each other into 17 separate but not equally sized piles.
What a way
It
to
is
go.
impossible. It is impossible to create a single pile of this man's ashes.
Yeah. Well, urns are made to be opened, right?
That makes sense to me.
All right. Dolce is going to well, okay, no, she's just gonna pick up an urn and feel the
That
weight,
makes sense to me.
because what she wants to do is welcome in Stuckham. We've just happened upon 17 alabaster funerary urns. The first thing my character I'm asking her to do is to pick up one to feel the weight and then put it back down, move to the next one, and see if there are any that feel like they're off, like different weights from each other. You know, like, oh wow, this one's really heavy, or this one's really light, as if it's empty.
Well, so they're not super structurally sound.
Oh, like they'll crumble
Um,
if I try to.
It might not crumble, but a lot of them are cracked and very old.
Oh,
So some of them will definitely give a little bit under your hand, under the touch of your hands. Like, in some places it will like crack more. Like existing cracks will spread a little bit more.
oh, hmm.
But ultimately, over your search of them, none of them necessarily feel heavier, but out of the corner of your eye, while you're shaking one of them specifically, there does seem to be a little bit of a lump hidden amongst the ashes and dust.
Ooh, a lump, you say? I will tell Daffodil. I'm like, Daffodil, there's a lump in here.
Okay. Did you want me to take it out?
Oh, Dolce will look up, like to her left, like up, as if she was thinking, like, oh yeah, that is a good idea. She'll like back away from the urn and give a little cute bow, a curtsy situation to Daffodil, and allow her to obtain the lump or see what it is.
Yep. I'll use mage hand to take it out.
All right.
It's a note that says, if you're reading this, you've triggered the curse.
Curse, we have the remove curse scroll right here that I forgot to use earlier, but perhaps when the time comes.
If we talked about reading ahead in the adventure. What you do actually find though is a very small packet, very small clear packet with a powder that resembles a very fine sand.
It's sand. Wait, what color is this fine sand? If I can see from where I am.
You should be able to see, and it is, if you can believe it, sand color. So it's like a, it's like a pale, like a pale khaki.
Okay. I've done enough ingesting or inhaling of suspicious substances after sniffing all of that red mist. So I will not do my first instinct, which was to lick the sand.
Why don't you pocket it then?
Pocket the sand? Yes, I will gladly have my character pocket sand. Does it? Can I inspect it? Does it actually look like sand, or is it like what is it? A Soylent Green is people, or is it like
Does it look like bone meal? Like bone meal?
Yeah, does it look like bone meal? Does it look like it's cocaine, if I'm allowed to say that on here, or is it just sand?
La cocaína. Um, it does it. So you are able to see it. It does look like sand, but something about it feels a little off.
Hmm. Well, Daffodil, I'm a beachgoer myself. You look over and I don't look very tan. You know, spending all this time underground and stuff.
I'm less tan.
I look over at the other members of the party because I'm pretty sure Yuane is also pretty not tan.
His. Oh, wait, I should probably go grab him, huh? Wow.
Ah, a skeleton.
Tix is definitely the
Ash.
most tan in the party.
That's true. She is.
Yuane's bones all yellowed with age.
Oh.
Wait. Isn't
So-
Dolce actually kind of tan?
I guess she is.
It depends on the picture by the looks of it.
Yeah,
Like-
I think her first picture, she is pretty tan, but then I've had her not as tan recently.
Yeah, like your talking picture for is pretty tan, but the picture you have for your like icon on Roll20, she's
Oh yeah, like the very icon, I think.
Oh yeah,
She-
her very first iteration, courtesy of Brayloff. Speaking of skeleton, do you mind if I play a sound clip?
got
I thought you were gonna say, "Do you mind if I play as a skeleton?"
Nah, it's
a little bit late for that, aren't
Yeah.
well, Dolce looks like I'm killing you off, so I can play a skeleton. All right, sound clip incoming.
A skeleton.
All right, I feel satisfied now. Thank you for indulging me.
we? You're welcome.
All right, all this talk of tan, sand. Okay, yeah, does it? It seems off somehow. Huh.
Possibly magical in nature.
Ooh, what's a magical Brayliff? You know all sorts of strange D&D knowledge of obscure items and enemies. What is this? I'm not asking you to
could
looking
be-
up. I just was wondering if you happen to know about like magical sand.
I think there's like a dust of sneezing.
Come on.
Oh, is that right?
No, that's not right. But
Oh,
was
I
just
believed
like,
you.
No, the intention of that was not like, how do you guess that so easily? It was,
Stop
you
guessing.
gotta be kidding me. There's not a fucking dust of sneezing.
Oh,
I thought it was like
a.
you spend an action and you can blow the dust, and then your enemies in a 15-foot cone or creatures in a 15-foot cone have to make a Constitution saving throw or sneeze uncontrollably for 6 seconds.
Dust of sneezing and choking. Found in
Yeah.
a small container, this powder resembles very fine sand.
Yeah, to be clear, I was also not doubting its existence. I was saying that
no,
that stupid item.
It sounded like lightning was doubting its existence.
No, I believed it. I was like, oh yeah, dust of sneezing. Yeah, everyone knows about the dust of sneezing.
It just
Oh.
reminds me immediately of like back in the beginning of World of Warcraft, the rogue had an ability right there on their hotbar to blind their enemies. Like they had a skill that existed solely to blind your enemies, but to use this skill, you needed an item called blinding powder that you had to craft. So you needed to go find or buy the ingredients to craft blinding powder, and then like the popular fan perception was, this is fucking stupid. One, it's an extra hassle. Two, no one else needs to go fucking farm resources for their goddamn spells. And three, fucking hell, it's just dart. Just throw dart in someone's eye. And then later on, they removed blinding powder as a thing. And I think possibly eventually just removed the skill, but but they didn't delete blinding powder items and assets from the game, so you could still like pass them around, like find them on mobs and whatnot, but you couldn't use it anymore, so you could just like delete it, or sell it to a vendor or something. And the description on it explains that rogues used to use this to blind their enemies, but it has been passed up in more recent times for more easily available materials such as dirt and sand.
Damn, the dust of fucking sneezing and choking is way more brutal than I remember. It seems to be more of a trap item because it looks identical to another item, which I guess I'm just gonna assume is what we just found now, but we'll not look into.
Yeah, I'll just probably examine it on my next. Was it a short rest? How long do I have to hang out with it again to get the benefits of the edit? Okay,
Short rest.
that's probably what I'll do. So I'll pocket the pocket sand or the dust of, I don't know, killing, and proceed on my merry way.
Alrighty.
Could
You got a
I?
door in the bottom left, or
Is that a what in the what?
a door in the bottom left?
Uh,
I was curious about this too.
the
So
answer,
is that a secret door that we're not supposed to see yet?
no.
Okay.
That is, you have not seen any of these before now, and the reason for that is actually because this has a weird, like, extra addition or asset to that wall for some reason, seemingly like marking that. That
Whoa!
is, scroll out a little bit and you'll see.
What in the world? Whoa! Wait. What? Huh.
I see.
Is that like an underpass or
Scroll out a little bit more.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, in case the dungeon wasn't big enough for you, there are extra hallways that lead to expanded dungeon additions everywhere. They're everywhere. They're all over the place. You guys have passed like 6 of them so far.
Oh, that's kind of
Holy fuck.
terrifying.
But the thing is that like I don't think that there actually is like I don't think that there are actually any like actual dungeon expansions.
Yeah.
Like in the Roll20 game, like there aren't official ones. This is a mega dungeon. You came here because you wanted a big dungeon. What if the dungeon wasn't big enough for your players or your campaign and you wanted to make stuff up to make it bigger? These hallways are how you facilitate that.
Holy shit.
Okay, so there's not actually anything down there, but
Thankfully, no.
Oh my
But
gosh.
like,
for if you wanted to add more.
Like imagine a
Yeah.
whole forge of furries like just thrown in there like, oh, it's an entrance to another 3-floor dungeon. Holy shit.
on this map alone, there were 6 of those tunnels.
What in the world?
And I'm pretty sure that the first map actually had 6 as well.
Oh my god. So not
So
two.
So like, it's basically every floor has the option for you to effectively create potentially 6 extra floors on it.
Oh my god. No, thank you.
Yeah, I saw that the first time, and I had a fucking aneurysm upon seeing it. I was like, what the fuck, expanded dungeon? No, I'm not doing that. You can't make me.
So I'm mostly joking, but when you said that and you showed us that picture, I was imagining, or that portion of the map, I was imagining, in Pac-Man, when you like go on the left side and you appear on the right side, and there's like 6 tunnels around the map that do that in Pac-Man. Like you go in the top left corner, you appear on the top right corner. You go to the left middle, you appear in the right middle, and vice versa. Like that's kind of what I imagine, but obviously that's not really what's happening. But
That would actually be a very cool idea and an interesting approach if you were playing this dungeon basically as intended, which we are objectively not, where like everything is like effectively in turn order. Every step has to be like like the party is moving like 6 spaces at a time, and the DM is occasionally rolling to determine if they're getting attacked or if they're finding a patrol of something, you know? Like every floor also has information about, quote, the aftermath. What happens on this floor after the players leave?
Oh, whoa.
Just figure out what their actions were, and based off of the information provided in the aftermath section, change this floor permanently in accordance with those actions, so that the dungeon is never fully just like done. It advances and changes by the player's actions, but also it takes 8 years longer.
Yeah, sounds like it. Speaking of,
So
have you all played Betrayal Legacy? I don't remember the Legacy version of Betrayal at House on the Hill or Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
neither of us have played any version of Betrayal.
Well,
It's a game that I was hoping to play with you someday.
yeah, we should do actually, I feel like, so apparently some people from, I think it's Polygon, or Smosh, sorry, it's Smosh. Some people from Smosh did a playthrough of it. They've got like a YouTube playlist. I watched like the first one at the request of my friends. Because I've played through the full campaign before, but I think that would be fun for us to do. Like, if we do it off stream, cool, but I think it'd be amusing on stream also. Because I
Yeah.
assume Tabletop Simulator has it, so. 'Cause they have the other
Yes.
Betrayals, so.
Yes.
Cool, yes. Chuck that in for down the line.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, I'm glad that portion of the map wasn't. I did also notice that, and I was going to be like, I wonder if that's where those attractive people disappeared to, but perhaps not. I'm sure they didn't disappear into some sort of crossover dungeon. So I think we're done here. We got some pocket sand. We got to admire the fine craftsmanship of whoever was here. What do you say we perhaps go back and check out that eastern portion past the little thing that was like circling that room? I don't remember if it was like a robotic construct or something. Ooh.
I'm just gonna fly over there unless something happens in the way that the DM would like me to interact with.
Where you flying over to? Oh, back all this way? Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's perhaps head east from this this main room. I forget, were we able to successfully walk through the center of this room without this thing
Yeah.
like attacking us? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would probably be dead by now. Because it probably would have attacked you and died.
All right, I will step 10 feet forward.
Oh, wait. Give me 1 sec. Need to double check this real quick.
Okay.
In this room, you find 4 lifelike statues of what seem to be frog people of some kind. If your characters are aware of these creatures, specifically, it looks like 4 intricately carved statues of bullywugs.
Nice.
all in seemingly various states of distress.
Hmm.
Oh,
What's wrong? What do you think? There's like a what's the name of a creature? Oh, like a a petrifying creature, a petrifier.
that is typically what distress statues are meant to foreshadow. But
Hey,
who
distress.
knows?
Maybe there's an eccentric gardener who likes to.
Petrify people.
All right, Dolce will carefully and cautiously.
Oh, hey, this one's holding a sign that says, "Oh no, please don't petrify me, Mr. Medusa."
Will carefully step into the room and see if are they like facing a particular direction, perhaps where a potential petrifier could be, like a corner or a television screen or something.
They almost seem to be arranged more theatrically, like they are facing towards the entrance of the room in um in a manner that looks posed, like they are layered essentially in the form of like there's one in the front, two slightly behind that one side by side, and then one slightly behind them, just off center enough that if you were like to stand in front, you could see all four of them, almost like they were like they were kind of like they were posed in a particular manner.
Interesting. I got you. I can understand. Okay. Well, I'd like to step a little bit more closely and examine them to see, hey, is this a statue like I'm hoping Braylif will believe me when I say, or is this indeed a, set of petrified bullywugs?
Okay. Well, give me. Here's an interesting one.
Right.
Give me a. Give me a nature and a history check.
Ooh.
And roll history at advantage.
Okay.
Cool.
History at advantage it is. Oh, well. Good thing for that.
So, you are not able to fully pull anything from your own memory and experiences about this. However, you have studied various creatures of the realm in just some downtime, light reading sort of things occasionally.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
And yeah, exactly, medieval fantasy. Um, Wikipedia, the well-known encyclopedia of the encyclopedia of the fantastical fauna by the well-known wizard and archivist Wenwiki.
I love it.
Taking the Terry Pratchett approach this time.
Nice.
You don't you can tell based off of just the smoothness and coarseness of the stone that these are definitely the stone is too natural. A proper statue would be sanded down and polished more to look more refined. When you really get close up, this is like raw, natural stone. Meaning that these definitely can't be actual statues. There isn't a single thing on here that indicates that they were carved.
That is incredibly disturbing. Nice. Well,
Could you
What'd you
give
figure out? Are
Oh.
they just statues? I'll
if you
take
so
that as a
choose-
yes.
If you so choose, I will let you also roll another roll insight at advantage.
oh no. Oh God! All right, so I know Daffodils just asked me a question. Our DM has
Yeah, go for it.
I am
Go for
very
the check.
I'm so concerned. So I'm gonna roll it. I just assume I'm gonna learn something like, oh well, yeah, like their last feeling was this, and actually they can sense that you're here, and you can see like a little tear forming, made out of pebbles or something. I don't know.
What happens if you petrify someone who's pregnant?
Holy shit, Braylon. I assume. You know what? Sorry, I know not as much about petrification and more than the I'm not even gonna finish the sentence about how much I know about pregnancy, but I dare not answer this question. But I rolled a 16.
So, when you were just looking at the statues at first, it did not click. But you realize, having examined them much closer, you definitely recognize the telltale signs of petrification in action. And the realization dawns that these are not bullywug statues, but petrified bullywugs, trapped perpetually in a state of false death.
I will, upon this realization, I will whisper to Daffodil. They're not statues. They're frog people who have been turned to stone.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
Oh, they are statues. Quite well carved statues.
Can I get a deception check?
Sure, I'd love to.
At disadvantage?
Sure. Got a 3.
No. No. Oh, Dolce is a bad liar.
Yeah, that's another one of her skills that she's inherited from me.
Well, now I'm worried for you.
What? Why me?
Because whatever petrified them could petrify you.
Don't say things like that, Daffodil. Dolce will leave the room.
Okay.
I suddenly create a new form of petrification that targets, like, incorporeal beings.
You can also petrify the rest of our party, but I'm not worried about them because they didn't follow.
I should a drinking game. Every time Braylith insinuates, man, where's the rest of our party? I take a drink.
I'm never adding NPCs to the party ever again. If a campaign is just like, this character will explore with them, they are getting replaced with like a pixie who is sitting on someone's shoulder.
But then we'll just forget they exist completely.
I don't care. That's fine. I won't have to remember them at that
Hey,
point.
you remember Super Squirrel?
Nope.
Yeah. You remember Virgil?
That one was on you. I do remember Virgil because I got to use Virgil as a quest giver on a couple.
Yeah,
of
he got a little more use.
I think I alluded to this last time, but I had an NPC who I was like, okay, cool. The players are ready to drop the NPC off, and go on their merry way. And then they're like, okay, so next we're going to go to the most dangerous location in the entire campaign. And so they're like, would you like to come along? And she was like, I can't let you go there alone. Especially because they're like 2 levels under leveled. So she's tagging along. We'll see how they do.
Yay! NPC death. Love to see it.
No, that's what I tried to avoid. If it weren't for the fact that my desire to make sure this NPC stays alive was just barely outweighed by the fact that the players are 2 levels below where they need to be to go to the most deadly portion of the campaign. Like, she would have been like, all right, cool, y'all have fun. I'll be here reading my fan fiction. But nope, guess she's coming along. The fan fiction will have to wait.
Yep.
Okay, but
I'll take the lead here.
yeah, I don't believe there's anything we can do for them that I can think of unless petrification counts as a curse.
I
It might.
believe it does not.
Okay, and I don't have access to things like greater restoration or whatever we would need.
I can double check, but I think that the answer is no.
That's okay. I should use this on this sword anyway. That's been stuck to my hand. Oh my gosh, what is that? 5 separate crevasses, openings, in addition to. Oh wait, actually, what's down this way? Nope. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far.
Petrification is not a cost. Petrification is a condition.
Hey, it's
Yep.
right. It shows up on
That
the
is
condition
removed
page.
by greater restoration.
Yeah. Well, now that the veil has been lifted, this corridor contains a petrified boar.
Oh. You what? Dolce has just asked me, perhaps we shouldn't be here, but I, as a player, know that we can't be cowards. We should press on, push forward. So you said the
Oh.
petrified boar. Is it to my south or is it the corridor like to our east?
It's to your south.
I don't need to examine that one to know that it's most likely. I mean, it could be a statue for all I know, but I'm going to assume that it is a petrified boar, and I'm just gonna keep going this way and step here, shielding my eyes, but then like moving my hand so then I can see.
Sorry, just a second. Where's mine? There we go. Assuming there are more corridors.
Indeed. Down this one to the south, there is a petrified constrictor snake. The one to the north of you contains three petrified gricks.
Bricks?
Gricks.
This is most disturbing.
How about these two?
The one to the south contains one petrified kenku.
Ooh.
The one to the north, let me double check this one. No, contains 2 petrified drow. It's the one I almost started to read out first. This one to your south contains 1 petrified lizard folk.
I will step forward to what appear to look like bars of some sort over here. Not quite sure, but
In this makeshift cell lies the corpse of a cockatrice.
ooh. Dolce will quickly step away.
Well, what's the problem?
Nothing. I just wanted to be closer to you.
You see the source of her lie immediately upon floating up to the bars. You see the corpse of a cockatrice starved to death in a cell.
These bars look like they were put here artificially by the DM, so I wonder what this encounter originally was.
Give you one guess.
Oh, is it the hold on, let me zoom out. Yeah. Good old tunnel to Narnia. Dolce will quickly shimmy past this tunnel and look to the
Aside
north.
from the DLC not available tunnel, is there anything else in the cell besides the corpse?
Roll me a what's your history like?
Not good.
Let's see. Why you give me a survival roll at advantage? Wow, impressive. Wow. Nothing that you know of that's super valuable in now. It appears to just be the cockatrice in the cell.
Oh,
Hey, you remember those weird bugs that you fought that Silly Pickles was petrified of? There's 4 petrified ones in the chamber north of Dolce.
kill him! Smash, smash, smash.
You are silly.
Oche will step into this hallway. See what's below us.
Below you is... I think you fought one of these. A petrified Nothic. It's that weird gray demon monster thingy with a single green glowing eye.
Hmm.
Repeat that.
It is the corp. It is a petrified Nothic. It's one of the gray-skinned monsters with the single green glowing eye.
Ah, those. But I assume the eye isn't green here.
No, it's stone.
Yeah. Where did we fight one of these?
You remember Yuane's old compatriot,
Ah, yeah.
the fighter guy?
Mm-hmm.
You fought like 2 Nothics. You fought like 3
Right.
Nothics and a big demon or devil thing in when you were finding that guy. Oh, and in the chamber above you, there are 5 petrified lizard-like humanoids, distinct from the lizard folk. They look wilier, less muscular,
Interesting.
a little bit shorter. You as the players would know them as troglodytes. Your characters, depending on their history, might not know what a troglodyte is.
I actually don't even remember if I, as a person, remember what troglodytes are. I might have
Oh
run
yeah,
some.
you know
Quinn
it.
Are they the
remembers what
stinky
they are.
ones?
Yeah, you know what a troglodyte is. Yeah, they're the stinky ones.
Oh, they're the stinky ones.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, from Forge of Furies.
Yeah, from Forge of Furies. That the party fought. That
Oh,
had
the children.
exactly major
Yeah.
implications for Givik. Isn't that fun? Wasn't that a fun one?
Yeah, it was a fun one.
That was
That's
possibly the most traumatic game of D&D I've ever played.
it's a core D&D memory for me.
That was the session. That was the same session where Scones did that thing I linked earlier.
What was that thing? Again?
The dust of
No, where is it?
the scones did this one. Oh, hold on, let me. I'm afraid to click this while
This.
because it'll probably pick up Discord. So
Maybe that's fine.
I'll watch it later.
Nice.
All
All right.
but yeah, didn't they have like pets or some kind of mount?
Troglodytes? I don't think so.
They had like some large creature with them. I don't remember what it was,
I have no memory.
but
of
I'm
this.
pretty sure Scones killed it by throwing his skull at it.
I'll have to check
That does sound
Roll20.
vaguely. That part does sound vaguely familiar.
All right. Yes, let's check what's down the presumably final hall.
Right. Good point. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh my
You're not even
god.
close, buddy.
Okay. I'll get the next one. You can get this one.
To the south is a petrified orc war chief. To the south of Dolce now
That's me.
is a petrified giant badger.
Huh. Time for some impromptu honey heist.
This is a fucking formidable cockatrice.
Yeah, it's probably some mother of all cockatrices, you know, like Tiamat, but as a cockatrice.
Down here is a petrified beholder.
It is a petrified quaggoth. I have no idea what that is.
Neither do I.
Quaggoth, 5e.
I'll move to the next one.
Uh,
I have no idea what this is.
yeah, wow, I haven't seen this before. Chaotic neutral. They're humanoids.
They do not look like it. To your north are 6 petrified goats.
The fuck?
To your east is 1 petrified hallway,
Huh.
otherwise known as a wall. And here, in this final corridor, is a petrified human of a young wiry man grasping a short sword. If you hadn't realized, fuck me, how the hell did that happen? If you hadn't realized before that these were petrified creatures, this was probably the point where it would start to sink in.
Out of curiosity, is the short sword also petrified, or does it look like it could be obtained?
Technically speaking, the short sword is not petrified as a result of the fact that it is not living.
Nice.
Now, the sharp-witted of you in the audience might have picked up on the fact that that would just kind of immediately call into question the idea of someone's clothing or armor being included in the petrification. And to that I say, shut up. But we will say that the short sword is on its own at the moment in its normal state. However, it is still being held by the petrified statuesque hands of a human.
Do we recognize this guy?
Nope.
Does Ewan
No.
recognize this guy?
Nope.
Okay. Well, if that's the last portion here, unless one of us is interested in taking the short sword, I think perhaps now that we've witnessed the crimes that have happened here, it's time we take our leave.
I don't know. For some reason, stealing from a petrified guy feels different than stealing from a dead guy, even though they're pretty similar.
Petrified guy is just living enough to have rights.
What happens if I possess a petrified person?
They are just dead enough to not be possessable.
That makes sense.
Okay, well, I'm probably not interested in taking the short sword unless it happens to look like it's like, ooh, you got to take the short sword of severing because it's got golden LEDs on it.
My guess was it wasn't petrified because it was magic.
Oh, that's neat.
But I don't know that. What? Were any of the other humanoid statues holding anything that
Nope.
was not petrified?
Nope.
Convenient.
Indeed.
And I have no way of detecting if it's magic. Damn.
Nope. Jump.
Cockatrice
Is there anything
corpse.
else you guys wanted to do?
I can't think of anything unless we do something with the cockatrice corpse, and I can't think of anything on hand that we would have to address any of these petrified creatures. You what? I will. I got nothing except I'd like to examine this petrified humanoid with a short sword a little bit more closely, see if there's anything else I can see that isn't petrified on them, or like any identifying things, like I don't know, like a valid driver's license or a passport, birth certificate, um, name tag, Starbucks name tag. I don't know.
No one has a Starbucks name tag, but one of them does have a Starbucks gold card on them with enough points for one free drink.
Ooh, let's go.
You gotta find which one has the gold card, though. Get your fucking chisel ready, guy.
Okay, but yeah, if there's nothing else, then I'm good here. Actually, in this section, I'm ready to head back.
All right.
How late were we willing to play tonight, by the way?
Until now.
I mean, that works for me. I'm yeah.
I have a lightsaber to play around with, and also I want to play Baldur's Gate because I've been doing social stuff
Yeah.
since noon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you taking the time still to DM for us, and I really hope you enjoy Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, this is honestly a pretty fun session, only because of the fact that I want like weird, tedious things to do.
Yeah, I like those hallways. It reminds me of there's a series of similar-ish hallways. Like this portion of the dungeon is similarly shaped to one of the end game dungeons in Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valencia for the Nintendo 3DS. And it just yeah, it gave me those vibes again. Felt like that final dungeon.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll put the overlay back up.
All right.
Well, I'm happy to always sneak some D&D in. So again, thanks for DMing.
Yeah. Of course. Fun session.
Agreed.
Glad you guys had fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me just double check. I think I'm good for next Wednesday. Yeah, unless something comes up with something comes up. But otherwise, it looks good on my schedule. Calendar's clear. Or I assume you all would like to continue some journeys to the Radiant Citadel next week, if you're free.
We will almost certainly be free, and I would certainly like to.
Yes, I'm really excited to see, like, take you back over there. We're gonna check out that place with the game that was going, the Korean version of Go, which I never knew had its own separate name. That was pretty neat.
Nifty.
Okay, well, anything else from you all before I take us away?
Can't think of anything. Thanks
Nope.
for joining us all for Dungeon of the Mad Mage. It's been a fun journey tonight.
Yes, I look forward to next time that we resume our journeys through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I almost said the Radiant Citadel. That too. I'm looking forward to all of the D&D we have on the agenda.
Yeah. Tune in next time to see what horrible disease Dolce has contracted by inhaling blood mists.
Yes. To recap, she didn't like inhale it like, what an odd smell. She inhaled it like, oh yeah, that's good. Okay, maybe not. Maybe she did just do it the other way, because I think it would.
I don't know. It sure seemed like it was the latter.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that came through, because it was
Because that was the intent.
It was the intent, and definitely not something I was expecting to do tonight. That is for sure. I'm like, oh god, here we go. I might as well go all in, balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope you all have a good night, good afternoon, a good morning, wherever you are, if you're lurking in chat or if you're watching from the future. We're going to raid out to my friend Neon, who's playing Donkey Kong Country for the first time. Didn't get to play it, so it's been exciting to watch that. So we'll just head there tonight. We'll keep it chill. But yeah, I catch you all next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.